Understanding the Bible Radio. Ron Saxton here. Want to thank you guys for stopping in for another live study. Hello on the Facebook, the YouTube, and the Clubhouse Club Deck. How you guys doing? Back with part 2 about the Daniel chapter 2, 7, 9, and it's actually part 11 also. Yeah, we're getting into it. Gonna finish it up, man. I think we're there. We're about finishing it up. So it looks like Daniel has a lot to do with the end time. He's one of them. Got a lot to do. A lot of information there. I'm sure there's more information in other places. And also we got that John Patmos revelation. If you didn't know, Revelation 16:12 says, the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the waters of the river Euphrates, and the waters were dried up. Yeah. Euphrates is almost dry, y'all. Let's get ready.
This is in-depth study
We're going in.
of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son, the law, the judge, the ruler, the standard, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, the one, the true Jesus Christ. Here on Understanding the Bible Radio, on-screen study, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on-screen study, live, on-screen undeniable facts of Scripture.
Thank you for stopping in. Understanding the Bible Radio. Ron Saxton here. Yes, live study. This is live. Believe me, I did not set all this up beforehand. So what I'm going to do is open up all my tabs first, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open them all up first. Get my Daniel 2. All right, 7, 9, and 11. Okay, and I'm going to have them in order that way, so that we can compare, because we saw yesterday a lot of Daniel 9. Okay, we went through that. Gabriel telling him this is for the latter time. So this information, actually what I was seeing there, the difference between what I know from 2 and 7 is that Daniel 9 is giving more detail about some things that 7 and 9 is maybe summing up. Well, I'm sorry, 2 and 7 are summing up those chapters. They're summing some things up. Really not 2. 2 doesn't really speak about Antichrist. Okay, they don't really speak about. God didn't really talk to Nebuchadnezzar about that, nor did he tell Daniel about in chapter 2. Now in chapter 2. Okay, so if chapter 7 does begin to speak about him, I know that. In regards to their comparison is what I'm doing. Okay, so let's go on. We went to 11, and then we got to this guy whose name came up. Let's see here. We were dealing with this king, this guy that comes in against the holy people, and it sounded like Antichrist to me. All right, and here's the king of the south, kings of the north. What they're doing, they're stirring each other up. There's a lot of stirring up going, a lot of anger being kindled, okay, between all these kings. And I gotta state here, this has got to be, it's in the Middle Eastern area. It's talking about. Then we saw Chittim coming through. Okay, now Chittim, we can look at that to see who that is. A lot of studiers, I'll say. I don't know if they're scholars or not, but they're studiers. They may call themselves scholars, but the studiers, a lot of studiers believe that is ancient Rome. They believe it. It's very possible. All right. Let's see. Where were we at? What is this guy's name? He shall turn his face toward the front. Okay, let's see here. Where were we? Then shall stand up in his estate. Hey, because we're going to go as long as we can until we get to the end of this and get it done. All right, because I need to go into water baptism being required for salvation. Okay, you need to be dipped. Your physical body needs to be dipped in water in order for your soul to be saved. Somehow we have a doctrine on that. Okay. Okay, this is the guy here. Here he is. And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully. For he shall come up and shall become strong with a small people. He shall enter peaceably, verse 24, Daniel 11, verse 24, even upon the fattest places of the province, and he shall do that which his fathers have not done, nor his fathers' fathers. He shall scatter among them prey and spoil and riches. Yea, he shall forecast his devices against the strongholds for a time. Okay. And he shall stir up his power and his courage against the king of the south, which with a great army, and the king of the south shall be stirred up to battle with a very great and mighty army, but he shall not stand, for there shall forecast devices against him. Yea, they that feed the portion of his meat shall destroy him, and his army shall overflow, and many shall fall down slain. And both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table, but it shall not prosper, for it ain't gonna go nowhere. For yet the end shall be at the time appointed. Then shall he return into his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant. See that? His heart, then shall he return to his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant, and he shall do exploits and return to his own land. At the time appointed he shall return, come toward the south, but it shall not be as the former or as the latter. Why? For the ships of Chittim, now let's take a look at Chittim here. Let's open that up. Shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. And arm shall stand on his part, and shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. Okay, so now we're getting into that. Let me check my Clubhouse club deck there, just to see if anybody was stopping in. I'm looking for some guys that really study. I shared to them for them to come in. Okay, so this is in what I understand now. Don't get me in this live study. What I'm understanding is that this is dealing with Antichrist situation. All right. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. Now this is a guy dealing with this against the holy covenant. So and we also know in Daniel 7 he confirms a covenant. Okay, which we'll look at. Shall he corrupt by flatteries, but the people that do know their God, capital God, God shall be strong and do exploits. Okay. Okay. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword, and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days. Now, when they shall fall, they shall be holpen with a little help, but many shall cleave to them with flatteries. Okay, so let's go up here. Let's see what this covenant would be. Let's look into that. Okay, let me go to Chittim here. Kittim in Hebrew.
Strong's H 3794. Kittim.
All right.
Second entry. Kittayim.
All right. Chittim or Kittim. These are bruisers. Okay, so let's go with Chittim, and what we're going to do, let's see, a general term for all islanders of the Mediterranean Sea. So I didn't really need to put them in to, I didn't need to put them into the Google. The descendants of Javan, the son of Japheth, the grandson of Noah. So this is the one of the sons of Noah descendants, as they go down, Chittim or Kittim. Many people believe it's Rome, okay, Romans or whatever. But Romans, and a lot of people think that they're just Caucasian, but here these people are not Caucasian, evidently, because they're the descendants of the sons of Noah, and Japheth may have been light-skinned, okay, because we know that the Caucasus people come from the mountains. They come from the North Asiatic Caucasus Mountains. All right, D. Leon, that was you tagging people in the room. Huh? Tagging people in, good deal. I mean, good deal. I guess. Good deal. Thank you for stopping in, D. And so let's see here. Let's see if we can find something in Google. Maybe we can see something. We'll try. Let's see. The people. Let's do this. Of Chittim. Let's see here. There's Kittim showing on Google. All right. Kind of looks like Roman there. Roman people. All right. Who is Chittim or Kittim or Katim in the Hebrew? As Herbert Armstrong taught throughout his ministry, Noah's son Japheth married a woman of the yellow race. Okay, now we're dealing with the race. Okay, we're dealing with that. Let's see here. Let me go with the trumpet. Let me click that and bring this up. Let's get a little bit of information here. You guys can get your own study going. D Lion, I'm going into is water baptism required for salvation doctrine? After this. Going to get it. Hopefully if the internet allows me. Let's see here. Isaiah 23:1, okay, has a prophecy about the land of Chittim, which modern notion denotes this end-time prophecy apply. This biblical name refers to both the island of Cyprus and to the nation of China. Wow. Whose progenitors first populated Cyprus and gave it its name. Okay, so the island of Cyprus is right in the middle of the eastern portion of the Mediterranean Sea, and it's right north. It's directly north of Israel. Okay, and it's an island in there, and I can show it to you. As Herbert Armstrong taught for his ministry, Noah's son Japheth married a woman of the yellow race, which would be, I guess, China. And modern day China people, and went on to father the Mongoloid people. The Hebrew word Japheth means enlargement, and a glance at the modern world shows that the Oriental populations have been enlarged and multiplied to an unparalleled degree. The descendants of Japheth have long been the most populous people on earth. Right, the most largest, okay? With the bulk living in China, Southeast Asia, and Japan. The enlargement of Japheth began with the patriarch himself siring 7 sons and an untold number of daughters. Obviously, these sons and daughters were a mix between the Caucasoid. See? These sons and daughters were a mix between the Caucasoid, those are Caucasians, and the Mongoloid races, okay? The latter of which grew more definite in subsequent generations soon after the Tower of Babylon. Yes. Some of Japheth's descendants, such as Magog, migrated through Central Asia to the lands they occupy now. Other Japhetic families took a longer migratory route. Okay, that's just some information there on the Chittim people. Very well could be Romans, could be, but we see that the ships are coming down on Daniel 11 here, and they're coming to stand against this one. Let me bring this up for you. This one that is is wicked. He's wicked. Okay, there's another wicked one in there too. All right. So there we go. All right. So there we go there. And some of them of the understanding shall fall to try. Okay. Come on. What's going on? Not now. All right. Let's see. To try them. and to purge them and to make them white even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god. This is the guy. And that's the one, right? This is the guy that magnifies himself above God. He doesn't say, I am God. I am Christ. I am the Son of God. He doesn't say that. He magnifies himself above. This is what the Antichrist does. This is the key. This is the key signifier or signal or sign of the Antichrist. He says he is more. He's higher. He's stronger. He's greater. Okay, you got to remember that. This guy is not going to say he is God. He's going to say he is above. Okay. You got to know that. You got to know that. All right. And shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. What is this indignation? Okay. We looked at abomination. You know, we know the desolate means it's to destroy. It's destruction.
Strong's H2195. Za'am.
Anger.
Za'am.
Indignation there. Okay. Strictly froth at the mouth. He's so mad. Okay. Figuratively, fury, especially of God's displeasure with sin. Angry, indignation, rage. That's the Strong's Concordance there. Here's the Brown Drivers Briggs lexicon. It's pretty short. It's not much there. Indignation of men. Elsewhere, let's see, indignation. It's not really much definition there. But let's go down to the Gesenius and see what it has to say. And that's pretty short too. Properly, foam. So used perhaps Isaiah 30:27. Hence, fierceness. Okay, anger or indignation, especially the wrath of God as shown in the infliction of punishment. Punishment sent from God, always in this sense. Okay, now it is also believed among many studiers or scholars, whatever, that the Antichrist is going to wear out those of the 12 tribes in his time, other than those that are sealed in their forehead in Revelation, because it's a punishment for them that he has still left, not actually accepting his begotten Son. They're not repenting towards his Son. They're not accepting the gospel. They have their own understanding of what shall be and what's going on. Okay, so but instead of what he is saying, so it's very important that you get along with God's plan. That's what you get here at Understanding Bible Radio. We need to be. And I'm sidestepping and going into this because the Euphrates River is drying up. It's almost dry. Okay, and that's the sixth angel pouring out his vial in Revelation 16:12. Revelation 16:12. And so we need to look into this. I need to put this online, because if I'm not here, which I'm thinking I will not be, if this happens while there's breath in this body, which I'm hoping that I'm not here. I don't want to go through it. Nobody really does want to go through it. But I'm thinking that based on what Christ has taught Paul, Christ has even stated in Matthew 24 that we're not here. Okay, we're on this side of him. Okay, coming like lightning from east to west. We're on this side before it happens. So I'm putting this out here just in case the internet will not strip everything down and strip everybody's. There's so many accounts. How can they strip it all out, strip it all down so fast? Okay. So maybe people that will once he does take away or snatches out with force, catches up his, okay, that they will see those that are left that do come out of great tribulation, that will believe, that they will see this information, and maybe they'll be able to make more use of it than I can. The way that I'm not bringing it out. So there you go. So they can see it all on screen. They can hear it, see it, pause it, rewind it, all that. All right. Anger or indignation, especially the wrath of God as shown in the infliction of punishment. Okay. Punishment sent from God, always in this sense, except Hosea 7:16. In the day of divine indignation. That's Daniel's 8:9. Look at it. Daniel's 8:19 is there. Ezekiel 22:34. This is where we are. Daniel 11. 36 right there, Hebrew term, and until the punishment sent from God be complete. So you see, God is using him to punish. See that? And you know that this Antichrist is going to single out those that are his saints, and which also are 12 tribes. They are, whether they know it or not. They are. They are. They were first, okay? And then to the Gentiles, they're saints also. And like I said, there's going to be tons of people coming out of the Great Tribulation dying for the namesake of Christ, not for the namesake of the law, of the Mosaic law, the Mosaic covenant, and the bloodline that I am of Jacob. They're not dying for that. It's not for that. They're dying for the namesake of Christ. Okay, period. All right. So because of the insolence of their tongue. Okay, rage, insolence. That's number 2 there. All right, so let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Okay, so there it is. There it is. And we're doing a recap there. So there it is here. We're blowing it up. We got 37. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor desire of women. Many people think that nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. Many people take this as homosexuality. He nor the desire of women. He doesn't regard God of his fathers, or he doesn't regard, nor does he regard the desire for women. Let's take a look at this, okay? Desire, let's go with that, and then go with of women. Desire of women. Now, it didn't say the desire for women. See, that's different when you use that. Say, I desire women. That means I want them. I have a desire extended towards them, you see. Now, the desire of women means that's the women have it's a desire that they possess. The women possess. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So let's take a look and see what that would be based on our English language. We take it and we've twisted it around. Is that the right one? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Okay, this is the first one for desire. Okay.
Strong's H 2532. Chemda. Chemda.
Okay. Outline biblical usage here is desire that which is desirable. See, women like to be desired, do they not? They like to be desirable also, do they not? Yes. Pleasant, precious is the next one. Delight. He won't delight in women. He will not desire. All right. It's goodly, pleasant, precious. That's the Strong's Concordance. All right. Here's our Brown Drivers Briggs lexicon definitions, screen print. Desire of Israel, before object of desire, without desire. He lived as no one desired. Okay, just to give you some idea. Let me get this Daniel. Well, there's Daniel 11, 8, verse 8. There's the 37. There it is. Okay. And this means here, apparently reference to some object of idolatrous worship. He does not have that for the woman. But it doesn't say that he has it for the men either, you see. So we're making something. I took that stance too. Oh, he said, this kingdom, and this fourth kingdom is, they're saying the fourth kingdom is homosexual. Then they're trying to line that up with a certain race or creed of people. Well, the last time I checked, all races and creeds of people are dealing with homosexuality, right? So, hey, I know here in America, anyway, I'm not sure about other cities and places. I mean, I do see things on TV from other countries that show it. So, this Antichrist he's just not interested, it looks like, in really inwardly, inside. He doesn't even have that desire for them. Okay, so let's go with the next one. Women.
Strong's H 802. Isha. Isha.
Isha for women in Hebrew. Woman, wife. He doesn't want one. Maybe he's not married. Okay. Woman, opposite of man. Wife, woman, married. Female of animals. Each every pronoun. Okay. Strong states irregular plural. No, that's some grammar stuff. Sorry, women are not irregular plural. Okay. Used in the wide sense as H582. A woman. Okay. Adulteress. Every female. Many, one, many, none, one, altogether. I'm sorry, together. Wife, woman. Often unexpressed in English, okay? All right, so let's find our Daniel here. We know it's woman. We know it's female. Let's find Daniel. It's not in here? What's going on? No Daniel in the Brown Drivers Briggs? What's going on with this? This is crazy. How can that not be? There's a Gesenius there. Pretty short. Wow. I didn't even have to. I clicked to click out show all. Where's my Daniel at? Dan. It's not in there. Okay, so it's not referencing it. The chapter we're at. That's what I was looking for, okay? It's not referencing it in the lexicon. That's okay, because we got Gesenius down here also. Read full entry. I'm looking for my Daniel real quick, trying to get past this point here, because I think we all know. No desire, the desire of women. And women are looking at him, maybe looking at him, because I understand and have been told and taught by women, not all women, okay, not even the majority of women in the world. I've never met the majority of women, but I do know that they like men of power. They gravitate towards that man of power. And you see it in the TV shows and the movies and all that, how, this man of power, the woman is really longing to be his woman, his wife, blah, 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 whatever have you. You women know on their side what they, you guys know what I'm talking about. So he won't even, he's not even going to be sidetracked with that. That's not even important to him. So that's what I'm understanding there. Just to doing a little brainstorming on it, just trying to do some little live study here. So Daniel 11 does give detail about this Antichrist person. Now I know that we opened it up and we saw this name yesterday. I think I got it here from doing this Daniel 11. Now I'm looking for that name again. I'm looking for this again because it comes up in a definition, so we got to keep going. He magnifies himself above all. Okay, he above God. He's going above God, okay? But in his estate shall he honor the God of, but in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, and a God who his fathers knew not. Let me see. But in his estate shall he honor. That's right, the God of forces. Not sure who that is. Is that the Father? And a God whom his fathers knew not. Okay. Shall he honor with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange God. See that? So now he's going to do it with a strange God in most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. Ooh, and he shall cause them to rule over many and shall divide the land for gain. It's going to sell it. Okay, I think. And at the time of the end shall the king of... Now I know that I'm thinking, this is my guess, study and guess, this is be Israel, this land he would divide. Okay, because the whole world is, from my studies, I'm finding out, the whole world is going to be Israel is going to be a cup of trembling. And Helena says, so he is gay. No, not actually. He's not. It doesn't say that he is. It says that he just doesn't have a desire. He doesn't have the desire of women. Okay, could be that he's just not interested. He doesn't regard the desire of women. They want him, but he's not interested in that. He's power bent. He's bent on ruling the world. Okay, it just doesn't turn him on. In other words, you know what I'm saying? So it's not saying that he's gay. It just says that he doesn't desire. He doesn't have regard for their desire. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to make it say what it's not saying. It doesn't say anything about him wanting to know men. He regards the desire of men. He desires men, or that that he does anything with men. It doesn't say anything like that. So I just want to be objective on this. You know what I'm saying? Just want to be objective. That's all. And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind with chariots. So everybody's coming against him. Wait a minute. At the time, look at this. Look at this. Verse 40. Look at this. At the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him. Okay? And the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships. And he shall enter into the countries and shall overflow and pass over. Okay? He shall enter also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown. This is what he's going to do. But these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom. They're going to escape. Edomites? Wow. And Moab is going to escape. And the chief of the children of Ammon, they're going to escape him. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape, but he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and over all the princes, all the precious things of Egypt. And the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. That's portions of northern Africa. But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury, to destroy and utterly to make away many. Utterly to make away many is what it says. And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him, which sounds like what Christ will do to him. There won't be no help for him when Christ gets to him, when the Father sends him back. Let me see. Got to go to 12. Look at this. And at that time Michael shall stand up, and the great the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, which was never since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. What book is that? I would think that would be the book of life, because all those that are in the books of works, they don't make it in, not one. And many of them shall sleep in the dust of the earth, shall awake. This sounds like resurrection to you? It does. Some to everlasting life, and some to everlasting contempt. That's the Lord God going to be doing that. This is Daniel, though. This is Daniel. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Let me read that again. And they shall be wise, and they that be wise shall shine. There's wisdom you will receive, okay? Shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words. Dag, that's the end of it. Gosh dog it. We can't get no more out of this. Gosh dog it. All right, O Daniel, but shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased, which is happening now. I mean, we running to and fro now, and knowledge is increasing, isn't it? Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. So two are standing on the different sides of the banks of the river. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders? Wait a minute. And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, which is the Lord God, the Father, that it shall be for a time, times, and half a times, and half. Time, times, and half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. That's the final moment. 3.5 years. which matches up with the 7-year confirmation covenant that the Antichrist is going to do. And I heard, but I understood not. I didn't know what it meant. Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? The Lord is answering him and saying, he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. All three are factors in there. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But the wise, we shall understand. I would understand there. That means that he's going to reveal it to us. He's going to reveal this information to us. All right, if we're there at that time for the revealing. Okay. As we've always stated and discussed it with amongst over the years. And from the time that the daily sacrifices shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. How many days is that? 1,000. That's different from the 1260, isn't it? 1,290 days. Let's just say divided by 30. I'm just going to say that. Is that 43 months? Almost basically still the 42 months. Basically. Almost the same amount of time. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days. All right? Him that waits. That's what we should be doing, is waiting, not arguing about the details. Okay? But go thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. Okay, what portion you have waiting for you, Daniel, at the end of the days. And that's it. No more Daniel. Daniel 12 is the final one. So now we can go back and look at 2. Okay? We see this is the statue from Nebuchadnezzar. This is the first beginning here. And he says, this is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, this is for Nebuchadnezzar. This is the beginning of this time, of this reign of the statue, okay? Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. You see where the Babylonian power kingdom came from? You see where it came from right here. It came from God the Father, because God the Father sent his people into captivity, and he raised up Babylon to bring them into captivity. Okay, the 12 tribes. Okay, you got to understand that. That's what he did. God was always in charge. He was always in control of his people, always, even though they were running out worshiping other gods when they felt like it, and doing the sins that they wanted to do, not keeping his commandments in the Mosaic law. Okay, he still was in control. He still was there. He still gave them mercy. Okay, all right. Helena says the 5 wise virgins. Elaborate on that 5 wise virgins for me, Helena. Okay, give me more what you mean on that. All right, thou. Oh, you mean out of the 10 virgins? I got you. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven hath he given into thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over them all. Thou art his head of gold. He's the head of gold. He's the beginning, the strength. Knowledge is power. Okay, the strength of this statue. He is that head of gold that starts there. Now after thee, Nebuchadnezzar, your kingdom, shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee. It's not as strong as yours. Okay, even though it may look on the maps like it's larger. This would be the Persian Empire. It's not stronger. It's silver. Okay, and it's the silver arms. Okay, it's a silver torso and arms, and another third kingdom of brass that's after the. It's at. Let me do this. Let me show you. Daniel. Daniel 2 statue. Let me do this. Let me bring it up on screen so you can get it up here on see if which one we can this is a good one. I'll bring it up. Let's see. Oh, they want me to buy that. Yeah, good deal. I can bring this up. Let me see if I can. Oh. No, it won't increase. No, it won't. Ah. Okay. Trying to increase it. It won't do it. Maybe it'll do it this way. There we go. Okay. Here we go. There it is. The head of gold. They're putting the Daniel's. If you notice, they're putting the Daniel 7. The Daniel 7. There. The Daniel 7. Okay. In there. So the head of gold. That's where we are. Now we're at the torso and the arms. And I don't know why they crossed the arms like that. It didn't say in the dream it was crossed. Where'd my... Okay, there it is. Daniel 2. All right. Another kingdom inferior to thee, and the other third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. Okay, so the brass kingdom now. Let's go here. This is the brass right here. Okay? Right here. Belly and thighs of bronze. That's the brass. That was Greece. Okay. Now here it says Daniel 7, the lion. Okay. The bear. See that? It says Persia. Right there. And thanks, Matt, for stopping in. How you doing? Good to see you. The bear.
I was good, bro.
You got it. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on one second, Matt. Hold on. Somebody asking me if am I still on? Yes, I'm still on the study. Yes. Okay. In this picture here, this photo here, you'll see it. It says the Persians are the bear. That's what it says. All right, Medo-Persia. On this photo, okay, that I'm looking at online. And then the belly and the thighs of bronze, which is Greece, is the leopard. Okay. And so they're matching right to the legs of iron, pagan. They saying it's Rome. That's what they say on the picture. I'm kind of disagreeing with that. And then there's the clay in the feet, a divided papal Rome, which is not. I don't agree with that either. But that's what the reason why I don't agree with Rome is because it's not in the same geographical location as the statue had originated. Okay, it originated in Babylon, Persia, Babylon. Okay, Greece, kingdom, Babylon, an area, the same area. Okay, they took over the same, and they had the same area. Rome is from the north west of that, above the Mediterranean Sea. So it doesn't seem to match up for me. Now I could be wrong. Nothing wrong with being wrong, because then you find out and you say, oh, I was wrong. Big deal. Okay. So then it's got the dragon at the end. The dragon, the dreadful and terrible beast. And let's not forget now. It says now some people think Chittim and state that Chittim is Rome, ancient Rome, the Mediterranean people there. We looked it up, we saw it, and some people believe that's ancient Rome. Very well possible, could be. Possibly it could be. Very well. It's not really to make an argument out of. Okay, so we're gonna find out who it is sooner or later. All right. and which shall bear rule over all of that's the kingdom of brass, all right, and over all the earth. I would say would be at that inhabitable earth at the time of its reign. Okay, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. Strong as iron. All right, this is the fourth beast. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with merry clay. And merry means clay. That's what it means. Merry clay. Some say that merry clay is Israel. That's what they say. Some say that it is. I don't agree. I don't think that Christ is coming to destroy the Israelites. He's not coming down to destroy at the feet of it, because they're at the feet of this statue. Mixed, if they would be, that wouldn't make sense. So Christ is coming to destroy the statue, and then he's going to reign forever. Well, this is the latter time. This is a latter time, a dream that God gave Nebuchadnezzar that Daniel would interpret. All right. As the toes of the feet are part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with merry clay, which is clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another. That's another factor you have to look at. Who is trying to get together and join themselves, but they will not, what peoples, who is that? What kingdoms are trying to do that, but they will not join. Okay, you're going to find out. You're going to find out if you keep watching for the factors. Then you can see who it is. All right, you got to watch the reality, because the Euphrates River is drying up. All right, Revelation 16:12. All right, and not all those vials and not all those things are all chronological. If you study that out, you'll see it's not. All right, and in the days of the kings shall God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Never be destroyed. So this could not have happened already. This could not have happened in 66 AD. This could not have happened in 70 AD. So the gentleman, the Antioch, or whatever his name is, couldn't have been the Antichrist. He couldn't have been, because he was back in 66, 70 AD, and it's 2023 right now. And at the end, it says those days will be shortened for the very chosen of God the Father, chosen of the elect's sake, right? Well, it's 2023 now. Were the days shortened back then? It's 2023. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. That's the kingdom that God is sending his son to set up. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, okay? Because you're starting first, Nebuchadnezzar, here at Babylon. And after you is going to be another kingdom, because once you're gone off the earth, okay, you're dead. The next ruler and next kingdom that's coming, they're going to rule, and they're ruling in the same exact area. So then you've got your Greece, they're ruling same exact area. Same area. Then you got your iron. No, I'm sorry. Am I saying that right? Let me see. Persia. Yeah, Babylon, Persia, Greece. Yeah, that's right. And then you've got your iron, legs of iron. Some people say that's Rome. I disagree, because it's too far northwest of where this statue begins. And it doesn't say anything about the statue spreading across the countries or anything. It doesn't say that. The statue is actually standing up straight, vertical. It's standing up straight, and that's the deal. I mean, and it started with Nebuchadnezzar, and it's succeeding by Nebuchadnezzar's land. It's succeeding there in that area. So we got to check it out, and we got to wait and see if there's any argument there about that. Okay, the great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof. Then King Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel. Look at that. Yeah. And commanded that they should offer an oblation, which is a gift offering, that kind of deal, and sweet odors unto him. They just threw all kind of stuff at him. All right, here, man, take this. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth, it is that your God is a God of gods, and a Lord of kings, and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man, and gave him many great gifts, and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. Then Daniel requested of the king, and he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon, but Daniel sat in the gate of the king. So God took his servants and used them. Not only he's a multi-purpose God also, not only to reveal the dream to Nebuchadnezzar, that he put Nebuchadnezzar in this position in the first place to rule, become a great nation, so that he could also manage his own people, because he led them into captivity into Nebuchadnezzar, into captivity of him. But also he says, I'm going to put my servants right up under the king Nebuchadnezzar, who's not a Jew. I'm going to put him right up under him, so that they can also govern things and affect the governing of my people during this reign. I mean, there you go. I mean, I can see that right there. Good deal. Let's go to 7. Let's take a look at 7. Now, in the first year of Daniel, which is Belshazzar, king of Babylon. Belshazzar, that's different. King of Babylon in his first year, all right? That's probably succeeding Nebuchadnezzar. Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed, and he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea, and 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. Okay? Now let's take a look at this sea, what he's looking at in the dream, because this could mean multitude of people.
Strong's H 3221. Yam.
Oh, yam. It says sea in our definition, sea. Okay, so maybe that is just the water in his dream that he's seeing. All right. Bring that back up for you. Okay, so you guys can see it. All right. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings, and beheld it. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. Maybe that's actually Babylon. Okay, because King Nebuchadnezzar, as we saw. I mean, if you look at the first part of Daniel chapter 2, he was a hard dude. He was a rough, hard, like tyrant kind of king. He didn't have no heart of gold until Daniel told him what that dream was. He didn't have no soft heart, no loving heart towards nobody. He was a rough dude, and it gives you information there in Daniel 2 about that. But as soon as he gets the dream and finds out what it is from God, Daniel's servant, God telling Daniel, what does he do? He shows love. So that's very well could be exactly that's what that is, because the lion is Babylon's a symbol. All right. And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised itself up on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said thus to it, arise, devour much flesh. Now the 3 ribs of this content is, 3 ribs of contention here in the mouth, okay, like it's eating something. I wonder what
Strong's
that would be.
H 5967.
Of this
Allah.
Allah. Wait a minute. That sounds a whole lot like Allah. That's the Hebrew. I don't know. Aramaic corresponding to, okay, a rib. That's all it says is a rib. So this is prophetic. All right, this is prophetic. Could be canine teeth, tusks. That's the Gesenius. Could be, but it has 3 ribs in its mouth. I'm gonna go with that, but I'm gonna keep the tusks in the back of my mind, okay, just in case I come across information later on down the line. All right, so let's see. And it was raised up on one side, okay. So what I have to do is I have to go in to find out about the Persian Empire and find out what happened, if there's some stuff that went on and on one side of it or whatever have you, see what's going on. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl, and the beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Now that statue in the statue is the Grecian Empire. Grecian, they have the leopard. All right. The dominion was given to it. After this, now Greece is known for Alexander the Great. All right, he's made his mark in history, Alexander the Great. So, that's very, 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 yeah, Helena, I see you. 3.5 years, I see you. Good deal. Now, and since you're watching on the Facebook, remember, you got to refresh. If it goes out, if the study goes away, and you're watching on your mobile phone, your phone will just take you back to the previous Facebook feed. So you just have to go back. You have to come back in. It does it to me too, just to let you guys know. All right, if you want to come back. All right. So the leopard, fast, swift, and we know that Alexander the Great was known for his great dominance, and it was pretty quick, and I think he was pretty fast and swift also. So just get reminded on that, to just try to line these guys up. All right. After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceeding, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and breaketh in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. It had 10 horns. Okay, so the dreadful, terrible beast on this picture here, which also will meet Christ, okay, because Christ is coming to handle business with this great and terrible beast at the end, which people say is Rome, okay. I don't agree. It's very possible it could be, because there may be some things that the Lord hasn't done yet. It's very possible. He knows what the deal is. I'm just trying to study it out and find it out. But I think it's also a kingdom that is going to join. They're going to, as you said, with the legs of iron, okay. These are in time. Both of these are in time. So they're talking about the same exact event and moment and lands and nations. Okay. So with the mixture of the feet and the legs, the feet, where they're trying to mix together the clay and the iron. This beast, or this great beast here, the feet are noted here. The feet of these, a factor here that I notice is that they are going to be very destructive, and they're going to be very unstable within themselves. Okay, trying to mix to make this one kingdom. So they're very unstable. So they're very, and when you have, like, when you're in a, like we say, toxic. We make that, we use that term these days. The relationship is toxic. We have a toxic friendship, toxic relationship, toxic marriage. We're just, it's just toxic. That's what we use. That's what I see that's going to be happening in this, because they're not going to mix well. They're trying, but it's not working. Okay, it's toxic, and with that toxicity, what happens? What do you notice in yourself? If you're a toxic person, what do you notice? You're not getting rest. You're not sleeping. You're angry. You're upset. You're lashing out. Right? Your stuff that you're doing is not really productive. Okay, it's really destructive. Okay, those are the most likely factors of something toxic, toxic behavior, relationships, and things like that. So, what do you think if 2 kingdoms try to mix, 2 people or whatever, they try to mix together and join themselves together? It's toxic. And so when they go and come against their own enemy, even though they're toxic, they just wipe them out. They just destroy and wipe them out. Then they go right back to doing what? Battling and warring within themselves, or not getting along and being toxic. That's what I'm seeing in those factors there. I consider the horns, these 10 horns, which are 10 kings. All right. If you don't believe me, just take a look at that. I think I'm trying to hurry up through here because I don't want my internet to start messing up. Then I got to come back and do part 3. All right. I considered the horns, and beheld, there came up among them another little horn. We're talking about Antichrist. We just looked at Antichrist in Daniel chapter 11. Daniel chapter 11 gave more detail about this guy. That's what I noticed. Therefore, before whom were there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. So he definitely may not, very well not be a man. Okay? I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Who we know who the Ancient of Days is, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. It didn't say his hair was white, though. It said his hair was like pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him. Served. Ministry is a service. Okay? That's what minister mean. The root word minister there means servant. All right? And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open. I beheld then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, and beheld even until the beast was slain. Okay? And his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. We know that in Revelation he talks about he throws him into the lake of fire. Okay? As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and a time. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came in the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days. And they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion. So the Ancient of Days must be the Father. Must be. That must be the Father, because the Son of Man is coming to him. One like the Son of Man came in the clouds of heaven. Now we know he says, you're going to see me come to he says it right here. They will see me coming in the clouds of heaven with great power and great, Matthew 24. All right. So the Ancient of Days must be the Father. All right. I like to see who's who here. Okay. And they came near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory and kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. That's what the Father wants us to do right now. He wants us to serve his Son. That's the only way. He's the mediator. His dominion and everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. He couldn't make out what was going on. He just knew it was a lot of destruction, calamity. What's going on with this dream, Lord? I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. Here's what he stated. These great beasts, which are four kings, and shall arise out of the earth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. Okay. Got it. We're seeing it. All right. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast. What's the truth of the fourth beast, which is a big deal for everyone? It's the one we're waiting for right now. which was diverse from all the others exceeding. That may be an issue there. That may be a factor. That may be a factor there. Diverse. What does diverse mean? Because see, the other three are coming right out of that same land. So let's see here. What is diverse?
Strong's H 8133. Shana. Shana.
It's to be changed, be altered, changed. All right. Transform it. It's going to be transformed. Okay. First, well, okay, I can understand that too. I can, because with the Antichrist, he's going to change it from what it is. Different. It's going to be different. All right. Let's see here. Alter, change. Okay, it's going to be altered and changed. So it's a transformation of that. Okay. That's this fourth beast. All right, let's see here what we have in Daniel 7. We got grammar. Change, basically in the Brown Jarvis Briggs, be different from. Daniel 7 is all over this definition. It's all over it. Look at there. Changed of garment by fire. All right. Let's see here. Frustrate word. Okay, let's see. Third person. Okay, all this grammar is in here. Looking for definition. To be changed of. All right. Time and conditions. Alter times. That's Daniel 2 though. Well, in 725, there it is. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. So let's go with Gesenius. See what he has. To be changed, especially for the worse. Okay. Of the color of the face. That's Daniel 5. To be changed, Daniel 6. All right, Daniel 3. To be other, different, followed by. Okay, that's Daniel 7. Verses 3, 19, 23, 24. To change, to transform, Daniel 4. All right. They shall change his heart. Okay. For shall be changed, Daniel 7:7. To transgress, Daniel 3. All right, Daniel 3 there, verse 28. To be changed, Daniel 2. For the worse, to be disfigured, Daniel 3, and then Daniel 7:28. Could there be a disfiguring of this kingdom? May very well be, because of the mixture, attempting to mix, and it's not working. To change, all right, a royal mandate. Okay, that's not Daniel 7. That's Daniel 2 and Daniel 6. To neglect to transgress. That's Ezra 6. So there you go there for the definition there of diverse. To change, and all right. So I know the truth of the fourth beast, which was to change. Maybe we could say, and or diverse, to change from all, or be different, or changed from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. 10 were there, 3 of them fell, 7 is left. Even of that horn had the eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Now hold on a second. Let's read this slowly. I got to read this slowly again. This is not. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, the kings, the rulers, leaders of that kingdom, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. Okay. 10, 3 fell. Wait a minute. The 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. 10, and of the other. See that? 10, and of the other. See that, which came up. So that's 11. Okay. 10 horns are there first. Look at this. 10 here that were in his head. They were already there. 10 that were in his head. And of the other, that's 11. which came up. Just one. It said, and of the other. Yeah, and before, that's in the 10, 3 fell. That leaves 8. After 3 of them fall, because that's 11 right here. 3 fall, that's 8. Even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things. This is that one horn that does this, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Whoever this guy is, he's going to look more stout. What does that mean? Let's take a look at the Hebrew. We got to take a look at the Hebrew.
Strong's H, 7229. Rav. Rav.
Outline, biblical outline is great, great, great. Captain Chief, corresponding Captain Chief, great Lord Master, stout. Okay. Daniel is all over this one too in the Brown Drivers Briggs. Emphatic masculine. He looks more masculine than all the others, which very well could be because, men are starting to look more effeminate now. We're not looking as masculine. And so he may look very masculine. All right. Literally of image. Let's see. Beast, Daniel. Let's see. Great, imposing. He may look very imposing. Great. All right. Very possible. Figurative, of power, influence. Great king. No Daniel 7 in that one. Captain in chief. No Daniel 7 in that one either. Gesenius says, stout. He says great. To speak great things, to speak proudly, impiously. This person is probably going to speak more proudly than all the others too. Impiously. And, let's see. Chief, leader, captain. All right. And it includes Daniel 7 there. So we got to watch for these factors to see who this person is. If we are here when we see him. And that's the Lord's business. We'll see that. We'll see that coming. Okay. He looks more stout. All right. I beheld, and the name and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. All right. The horn made with the saints there. He made war with them and he prevailed. He won. All right. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse, which is changed, different from all the others. All right. And shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. So it's going to rule it. It's probably not even going to negotiate or ask them to submit. He's probably just going to come in and just take what they want, just do what they want to do. This, if he's going to do this to the whole earth, it's got to be like more so of fear. Out of fear, the countries may just submit to him, and he's going to break them up, just tamp them in pieces. He's going to come in and change them. He's just going to take over. Okay. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom, and that includes America, for those that say, we're the strongest, we can do this. Listen, the whole earth. All right. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are the 10 kings that shall arise. Now we're going into detail. And another shall arise after them. Okay. And he shall be diverse from the first. So it's 10, and maybe the 3 fall then, and then he comes up, or maybe he's with them all. Who knows? And how it happens. But he's going to rise to power, we know, after 3 fall. Okay, we know that. There are 10 kings that shall arise. 10 of them are going to rise, and another shall arise after them. Okay, so that's 11. So he's arising right after the 10. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3. So he's the cause. He's the subduer of 3 of them. That's the factor. You're going to have 11 total. We're going to have 10 first in this kingdom. Then he rises, but he takes out 3. Maybe that 3 that he takes out causes fear in the other 7, and they submit to him in this kingdom. Very possible. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to brainstorm here. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. Remember, that's the factor of that. None of the others are going to do this. None of the others are going to do this. He's the only one that's going to do it. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and to think, and look, and think. It didn't say he would. And think to change times and laws. It didn't say that he would. So this kind of puts Rome on the back burner again. Well, Rome came and they changed the calendar. They got the calendar, which is not the true calendar, and it's the Hebrew calendar. Is the Hebrew calendar still there? Do they still flow off the Hebrew calendar? Yeah. Are they forced not to go off the Hebrew calendar? No, they're not forced. And the whole world is not, and was not under the Hebrew calendar in the first place. That was with just those people. And the Roman calendar, not everybody follows it, including the 12-tribe Jews that still follow the Hebrew calendar. And laws. It said he would think to do it. It didn't say that he would. He would think to change times and laws. He might propose it. Okay? And they shall be given into his hand until a time. So God is also in control of this. He is in control and wants this guy to come up. He wants him to come up. Okay? This is between God and Satan, really. I'm sorry to say, I mean, you are not, and I am not that significant. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that. But he is going to show this angel, this rogue idiot angel, who's really running things. Okay? But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it to the end. Okay? But the judgment shall sit. We don't never talk about that. And they shall take away his dominion. This is the saints doing this. They're going to take away his dominion because God's going to give it away, take it away and give it to the saints, his saints. To consume and, once he comes back at the end of this time of him reigning, of the Antichrist reigning, because he's allowing the Antichrist to reign and wear out the saints. He's allowing him to do that because he's got discipline, judgment for his people over there, because that's where this is going to be happening at, over there. Okay? And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people, see that, of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is everlasting, is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Hitherto is the end of the matter. This is the end of it. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations, let's take a look at cogitations, okay? Wow, that's a word for you. Cogitations. Let me bring this down. In the Hebrew, that means what?
Strong's H, 7476, rayon.
Thought. Cogitations in the King James English, thought. I don't even think I ever read that before. Gosh, Lee. Thought. Used of night visions. Dream. Okay? That's what it would be. Night visions is dreams. Okay, so let's go back here. Now let me do this. Let me put this up in my Webster's 1828. Let me put that up here. See what I can get. Bam. There it is. Nope. No, it didn't copy it. Hold on 1 second. Cogitation. The act of thinking, thought, meditation, contemplation. Thought directed to an object, purpose. So this is a thought of his dreams. Okay? As for me, Daniel, my thoughts much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. I didn't tell everybody. I didn't tell everyone. I didn't tell them. Okay. So there we go. And thank you, Miguel, for stopping in. This is just a Daniel's 2:7-9, and I should say 11 comparison. All right, 11 also comparison. And I got it done. I mean, I got it done. It's still, I'm hoping maybe some people can see some factors that will help them in their study, lead them on in their studies, and they have discovered something and revisited some things, because we can forget things after we study things. We can forget certain factors. It's very important. Matt, you got anything you want to add, man? I want to thank you for stopping in, man. Appreciate you for, no, you didn't even make you a moderator. Let me make you that right now. Okay. So I appreciate you, man. I forgot to make you moderator. Oh, you said looking forward to, let's see, to see the replay. Yes, sir. Please check it out. Please check it out. You know, follow me if you want. I got other things going on, replays there. Check my profile on the Club Deck Clubhouse. Like it, share it. Totally up to you. Okay, no mothering, no tithing, no Cash App, no PayPal, none of that here. I don't get into that at all. All right, it's totally free. I got you, man. I got you. So, all right, man. Matt, you might be busy. So, all right, cool, no problem. I'm coming right back in a matter of minutes, people. I'm coming back in a few minutes with the doctrine about you got to be water baptized in order to be saved. I'm going to show you very quickly. I'm going to show you what's that saying. Okay, what I'm going to break it down for you very, very, very quick. I want to thank you guys for stopping in for another live study. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Keep studying, keep longing for His Spirit to be in you, because if you do not have His Spirit, you are none of His.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.